So, what's up guys? I know I haven't been on this channel in like a minute, and never have I did a type of video like this. What I really want to talk about is how I got to this point. Last year I was a probation officer. This year I'm a freelancer. I'm a lot of things. Actually, I never really know how to answer that question. Why did I become a probation officer? So I did an internship back when I was in college. They had an internship program there where we were pretty much camp counselors for kids who were on probation. It's basically a summer camp for kids who were on probation. We would take them to Coney Island, Dave and Buster's, basically just keeping them out of trouble, giving them something to do during the summertime. In that experience, I was like, sure, I'll be a probation officer. I mean, it didn't look like they did much. I sat behind a desk all day. You know, it looked like let me correct that. It didn't look like they did much in comparison to police officers and other types of officers. So I was like, probation is cool. Like, you still get the authority of a officer, but you're not on the street cuffing people, if you know what I mean. Right, so I did an internship like that back when I was in college. That was probably like, I'm getting old. Right, but my main passion has always been, and still remains to be, like in short shooting videos. I know this sounds so cliche because everybody says this, but like the process of creating something from nothing and like having people enjoy it, it's like an art. It's like an art form. The part that I really like is the freedom part, where I'm like able to make my own money, like work on my own terms, and have a responsibility. You know, like I enjoy being challenged. I enjoy the struggle. I'm still struggling, but I enjoy the challenge of like making your own money. I enjoy the challenge of like, how are we going to get this done? I enjoy the challenge of assembling a team, being part of a team, or assembling a team to reach a common goal. And the way I found that is through video. I started way back when I was skateboarding. When I was 14. I remember my first day picking up a camera. My mom had like a Kodak camera in the house, and the skate park down on Beach 14 just opened, and I took the Kodak camera. The video is still up on YouTube. I took the Kodak camera. I went out to the park, and then we filmed the first official day of the park opening. And then one day, my friend Dom, we pull up to the park. He's like, my boy Chan want to shoot a music video. I was like, bro, I never shot a music video before. What's that? I mean, I'll charge him like $10 to do it. And he was like, yeah, sure. I charged him $10 to shoot a music video. That video's still up on YouTube too. But like that transaction right there is what started it. Cham gave me $10, and I shot and edited his music video. And he liked it. Like, I made my own $10. I think I really like the business part of it. So ever since then, I joined up with my boy Dula. We did Plainly Animated for a little bit. Like, we just shot music videos all in Far Rockaway. That was like a whole like year and a half, which like really gave me like my legs to like shoot music videos. But I didn't enjoy it. I didn't, because people would just take advantage of you. Yeah, I just didn't like the how people would just take advantage of you. And I guess that's because like, I don't know, I just didn't believe in it. I just never got the feeling that like, you know, it was like a mutual thing. Like, they were just like, oh, pull out, shoot this video, and then, yo, we all gonna get rich together. Yeah, nobody. Good times. But I was always thinking like, how can I like monetize myself so that I can like make this like a living type of thing. It's not from shooting videos, because if you go on TikTok, these kids who are like 12 and 13 years old, they're making full-on edits on their smartphones that are getting millions of views. So it's not shooting a video. Shooting a video is not going to make you a lot of money, and cameras are getting so accessible that you just have to spend. That's what I did. I would spend like $300-400 to get myself a decent camera and learn how to do it myself. But like, there's only like so much you can get paid from like shooting like a singular video, you know. Like budgets have definitely gotten smaller, and that's just what I've heard. I haven't gotten like a huge budget yet. I was a probation officer, and I used all my time off. I started working as a probation officer in 2018, and I was there for pretty much a year. And at the beginning, it was cool. I was just, getting adjusted to it, working every day, literally 9 to 5, doing a mundane, mundane task, like work that doesn't really require me to think. Like, I like thinking. I like being challenged. I like thinking on my feet. And if I'm doing the same thing every day, there's really no room for thought. And everybody complained there. Oh my gosh. That's how people got along there at probation. People they complain to one another. And everybody hates the complaining, but they complain about complaining about the topic they're complaining about. That is the common denominator. Everybody complained, but nobody would do anything about it. So, of course, I'm going in there with my spiel. I'm talking about, making a better life. Like working 9 to 5 is not it. Like around the time I was working with Bombshell magazine, Bombshell and Blue magazine. And so like I would leave work and then go take a shoot, or not even just them. I was working with a lot of people. Like I did weddings. I took sick days to shoot a wedding. The way I seen it, I had time off, like PTO, paid time off. Like you can be sick, and then I can go shoot this event, make like $300, and still get paid for that day. But you only had a certain amount of days that you can do that. You only had a certain amount of days you can do that. So like after like 14 days of doing that, like I had no time left. And the way I see work is like if I don't show up, don't pay me. Unlike I had money saved up, so I was just like, all right, I don't need to get paid this week. Like I'm good. It was just sporadically. Like there came a time, and then I took another LA trip in April, and then people couldn't understand how I was taking so many days off. 2 vacations in the first year working there, it's unheard of. But like I'm just like, hey, listen, I'm following my dreams. I'm going on. It wasn't a vacation. It's a skateboarding trip. It's a vacation. It's a vacation. The final straw was when my boy Tommy, he hit me up. He was like, yo, I want to shoot a video in Paris. So I said, okay, let's go. I said yes before I figured out how I was going to be able to go. So before this, when I went to LA, my boss had told me, you can't take any days off for the next 5 months. I was like, 5 months? 5 months? I can't take a day off in 5 months? And it was like April, and I knew the summertime was coming, and I was just like, oh my gosh. So yeah, my boy Tommy hit me up. He was like, yo, trying to go to Paris. I said, yeah, sure, let's go. Right? And he was like, all right. And he bought my ticket. And then when he bought the ticket, then I was trying to figure out how I was going to take off 3 more days of work after she said I have to stay. This was like a week after she said I had to work for the next 5 months. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to quit. I'm just going to quit. What can happen if I really dive into this 100%? If I really figure out, I was distraught because how? I was scared too. It's like, what will happen if I dive into this 100% and it doesn't work out? And I quit my job already. But the way I see it now, like I'm young, right? I can still bounce around a little bit. I have no responsibilities. I don't have kids. I don't have a wife. I don't have a house. I can bounce around a little bit and bounce back. I'd rather make these mistakes while I'm young. So I went to HR the next day and I was just like, listen, I either need these 3 days or I'm going to quit. So they reviewed my record. They was like, how have you taken off 152 hours in your first year working? I said, it's been that much? I had no idea. But as I mentioned before, this is from working like sporadically I would take a day off, shoot a wedding, come back to work the next day. It was actually really cool. Like if I could just take off on days when I had shoots, I'd be valid. So they said I took off 152 hours in my first year. They said people don't take vacation until like the second or third year. So of course, I was like, all right, so I'm gonna quit. And I left. I left my job as a probation officer, and then I flew to Paris the next morning. So that week was cool, but when I got back, it was like, then it really hit me like, wow, I really left my job with no plan. With no plan of like how, I left my job with no plan of like how I was going to like keep doing this with no, like I had saved up a little money which would hold me over for like 6 months. But like I had no, I didn't have a plan going forward. I didn't have another job, but I was like, I'm gonna really dive into this 100%. And so the first week, I was just in the crib. I'm like, yo, what did I do? What did I do? After that, like that summer was really good. After that first week, I really locked down and I was hitting people up. I'm like, listen, I do this, I do that. And then I was busy for like I literally had to shoot every day for like 2 months, which was like July, August. And in September, it started getting more sporadically. So the two months after I quit my job was fine. But then I've listen, I'm still living, man. Like it's not easy yet. Right now I'm actually in Canada. We're shooting a series for Meth Eater magazine, and I got here yesterday, and I'm just like, listen, this is gonna work out, because it's gonna work out, and I don't know. I'm really trying to. I'm really trying to like. I'm not lost. I really know what I want to do. I just want to lock down like the business and really change the way people think about video. That's what I want to do. And so that's why I left my job as a probation officer. I have a plan for this year. Just shoot more videos, kind of stream, we call it content now. We streamline content for businesses who are struggling on social media. That's exactly what we do. We make it easier. We teach our clients how to create their own content so that they can survive in an age where businesses really don't survive unless you have a social media presence. Yeah, that's essentially what I do now. Guys, wish me luck. Wish me luck. It's not easy. Not easy at all. But I'm trying. I'm making it work. And I think this is like the most transparent I've been about it. Some people see my social media and be like, wow, you always traveling. Wow, you always doing this. I'm like, listen, there's 7 days a week. And if I only post one day of the one thing I did that week that was cool, then that's all you see and that's all you thinking I'm doing. But yeah, 2020, we're gonna do it, man. We're gonna do it. Alright. I mean, I don't even really know who's gonna listen to this. I made this just for me to put on my YouTube channel. Kinda let y'all know where I'm at. So yeah, I mean, guys, thank you for listening. If you watched this far, now you know a little bit more about me. And I will see you later.